Hi, for this tutorial we're going to take a look at how to use an editor to modify your theme. Now a lot of themes are going to have choices over here in the dashboard that you can go in and change all kinds of things like the headers, the backgrounds, things like that. But some people want to get a little more in depth with it and go into the editor to change it. Right now I'm using the Infinity theme for my sample website, and I'm going to go into editor just to show you what the differences are. As I've said before, you should only get into the editor if you know how to write HTML and you're very comfortable with it. If you go in here and you don't really know what you're doing, even a misplaced comma can completely crash your site. But if you've come this far, then you must be pretty sure that you know how to write your HTML, so it'll come out the way you want it. Now I always recommend that you back up these files before you go in and you start changing things, because that way if you do make a mistake you can just go ahead and upload your last version of all of your files and it'll undo whatever it is that you've done. So after you go in and back them up, we're going to take a look at our edit themes. First, you can see over here that we need to select the theme to edit. I'm right now using the Infinity theme, so I'm going to go ahead and stay on that one. And underneath it you have our templates. The 404 template, of course, is the page that comes up when a viewer is trying to look for a page that doesn't exist, or if there's, say, a problem with the server. And all of these templates have information on how these will be handled in your site, including comments, content attachment, theme functions, headers, and so on. If you want to change the colors, the fonts, anything like that, you'll want to go into the style sheet, and all of these other templates will grab from the style sheet so it can set your site up the way you want people to see it. So I'm going to go ahead and click on style sheet and we're going to take a look at what we can find. Now first, if I go into my page, I'm going to scroll down and you can see that my links are in this pink color that darkens to a dark red if I hover over them. I'm going to right click and I'm going to go to View Page Source, and I'm going to look for those links in my HTML. They're at the bottom of the page, so they're going to be right down here. And as you can see, they're actually referenced after this A ref. The A is called a tag, and that means that this is going to be a link. So let's say we want to change our links to a different color. I'm going to go ahead in to my editor and I'm going to look for links. Most themes are going to have these clarified pretty easily so you can see where each part of your page begins. For instance, everything in this section has to do with the body of your page or posts. So let's keep scrolling down until we find the links. Here we've got headers, paragraphs, headings, text elements, and so on. So once I get down to the links, you'll see that right now we've got a color marked as CC0066, and that's a hex color. It's a web-based color in HTML that will tell your computer which color to show this part of the page. So the CC0066 is for the A tag, visited, meaning I've already visited this one before. And you can see that they turn dark red once I've already visited them. So I know that this color is represented by that number. This number, which is the hover, is the color that happens if I hover my mouse over top of my links. So let's go ahead and change the color of those links so they more closely match the rest of the page. I'm going to go into Google and I'm going to look up Hex Colors HTML, click search, and I'm going to find a page that shows me which colors are associated with which numbers. So let's say I want to pick a blue. I'm going to go ahead and pick a color, and this is going to be the color that I'm going to use when someone is hovering over my link. So I'm going to click across that number, hit copy, go back into my WordPress editor, and with my hover I'm going to go in and paste that number and the hash mark over that existing color. And I'm going to go down and click Update File. I'm going to go back into my page and I'm going to refresh it so it will put into effect those changes that I just made. And now you can see when I hover that it turns dark blue. So let's go ahead and pick a color for pages that I've already been to. And I'm going to pick a lighter blue for this one. I'm going to again copy that color and I'm going to come in and paste it over the existing color, scroll down and update it, and again refresh. And now you can see all of my links that I've gone to have turned pale blue, and they still turn darker blue if I've already gone to them. Now this is going to work for each of the links on this page. So that's an example of how you can get into the editor part of your WordPress page and you can make it really personalized, even beyond what the theme allows you to do over in the dashboard. So if you're curious about how to make something happen, you're not quite sure how to find it, it's always useful to just type what you're trying to do into Google, and chances are someone else has tried to do it too, and they can lead you in the right direction. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I hope I'll catch you at the next one. Thanks for listening.